Hello, welcome back. Today we're going to do a lot of weird, crazy, random stuff, and it's probably not all going to make sense, but I'm going to do my best to bring you along with me. We have a very busy weekend and the back half of the week, so we're going to get started. Stick around. All right, step one, we got to check and see if our harness here works and our lights actually work on our harness here. I think that they wired in properly and they should work. We're gonna have to go pick up a car with that thing Saturday, which is like 3 days from now. So there's some fixes we got to do on that as well. But first of all, we're gonna check this and see if this works. All right, we're gonna start the truck up here. We're gonna start with the left turn signal and look and see if it works back here. Nothing at all. So now we lay down and look and see what's actually wired into the truck, because I don't remember. It's been a while. It looks like it's all wired in properly. I don't know why it wouldn't work. Oh, because the ground's not hooked up to anything at all. That would be why. Left turn's still going. Okay, we got a left turn. Now we check right turn. Nope, that was it. Right turn's on. All right, got our pry bar on the brakes here. Nothing there. Okay, we got it on the left and on the right there. So that must be like headlights then. Yeah, that must be headlights. Okay, all right, we're good then. We gotta fix that ground, and then we're set. All right, here we are. We're actually gonna try to hook up the ground right here first before we test the trailer. Go grab another wrench. Not really sure where that ground goes to. It's probably important. But we need to make sure this one can go to it as well. And the eyelet that's on there right now is really small. Here's what we're looking at. We've got a nut. We put it up on the other fender. This is the other ground that's right there. This is our ground here. And we could probably just wire them together. It'd be cool to know where that goes. I don't know if you can see that at all. But there's some nice butt connectorage going on in there. That's not great. We're going to ignore that for now. So we're going to go look and see if we have a better eyelet. An eyelet that's larger than this. This one right here is really small. And we need it to be about this size to fit with that same bolt. If we don't, we're probably going to cut this wire here and cut this wire here and twist these two together and then splice it back to this eyelet. And it's going to be a little jank, but it's going to be good enough. So time to go look for an eyelet. That's the biggest one we got, and it's way too small. So we're gonna knock the insulation out of one of these here and crimp and heat shrink those wires together and use the eyelet that's there, because that's what we got. So, all right, time to do the wrong repair the right way, just like we always knew we would. All right, we're gonna cut this as far down as we can. That to the side. Cut this with some room to spare here. Strip this off of this end. Okay. Give it a nice little twist. Alright. Get our crimp fitting on there. Get our crimp pliers here. And give her a good squeeze. Okay. Stuck in the pliers. That's good. That's not going to fall off. We're all right. Okay. All right. And now we have this that we need to strip on this end. Whenever I twist wires together to do this kind of 2-into-1. Oh shit. Not get through the insulation. I always like to strip off a little extra, almost maybe a whole inch, which when you're doing just one like single crimp repair, that's a lot. You know, that's way more than you really actually need. But when you twist them, the wire actually seems to get a little bit shorter as you twist it, because it's twisting around the other wire, so it's actually traveling a further distance. And another thing to keep in mind, you're never going to trim them the same length, so after you twist them, to make sure you're actually crimping them both, cut it off. Make sure you cut it off where they're both visible. Up on there. Okay. Get it fed in there. Yeah, that seems half-assed decent. Where's our other pliers? There they are. Oh man. Alright, we just pulled a bunch of wire off of that one, so we're gonna restrip it. Another good rule of thumb, even your temporary repairs, do them properly. Fuck, I just cut through that. Because even your temporary repairs generally tend to turn into permanent repairs. So if you do it properly, then it'll actually last as a permanent repair, and you won't have to go back and do it again. Alright, stuck in the pliers, that's good. And you make sure you pull on each individual wire good and strong, make sure they're not going to fall off. Alright, let's go get the lighter, and then we can heat shrink that. Good rule of thumb, don't use a lighter for heat shrink. Since you're going to ignore that and use a lighter anyway, try to keep it moving as much as you can. It'll keep you from burning the wires or melting the heat shrink too much. Also always want to rotate your wire. Make sure you get full coverage, you know, full 360 heat shrinkage. Okay, looks like we're good enough there. Let's throw it back through the hole it was in. Alright, that's nice and tight. Should be pretty good. And we're going to test the trailer harness one more time, make sure that ground is good first. And then we'll twist tie it up in the other end. So, time to test the trailer harness. Okay. This again, which may never plug back in properly. And we're gonna hook this on the ground. Okay, we're good. Let's see if that trailer light's working. I don't know if it is or not. Not at all. Not even a little bit. Got a seat to sit on. Now I can pull it apart a little bit, maybe. Seems really dim. I'm guessing there's some resistance in the ground circuit, just based on common sense. lens is sort of out of there. The wiring's super tight. Not really giving. Oh. Is it because it's bolted on there? Yeah. It seems like it's sort of working. Alright, let's pull that off there. And that off there. And move the whole light out of the way and see. Oh, shit. It's okay, Scott. I think we're going to replace this whole light.
But I got a new screw.
I know, but the screw's not the problem. The light is just not very good. I think that's a 10. Okay. Alright, try this again. Okay. Alright, that's something.
If you're snapping the wires, flashlight.
Think so?
So you don't have to ask me.
Okay, turn the light off. So you can see it lighting up there. It is very, very, very dim, but it is lighting up. So
Barely see
I actually kind of want to try the other side first. So we'll go check the other side, and then we'll check the ground again. All right, there's for some reason no ground over here. So that's going to make things challenging. So we need to find a good spot to ground this to, and there's not going to be one. There's a hole right there. Jam that in there maybe. And then we're going to...
That's sharp.
What's sharp?
This. The point of that. It's like...
Okay.
I'm
Find a good
falling
ground here.
asleep.
Nothing.
Blink.
Nothing. Okay, we're not getting anything over here. So we're gonna have to run a ground over here. And that's gonna be
Quite hard.
not too bad. Let's go check the ground at the front one more time. And then we'll come back and recheck that one in the back and see if we can actually make it bright.
Okay.
Alright, so we can try to fix this ground a little bit. It's not easy to see. Oh, that's as dim as it gets. Wow. Alright, yeah, this ground is, I mean, obviously not fixed properly. It's just twisted together. There's some corrosion there. And that just broke off. Okay. Alrighty then. Alright, we're gonna try that. We didn't heat shrink it, but it's okay because it's not crimped on there properly. Alright, tomorrow,
Yeah.
you and I are gonna go to Harbor Freight. Okay?
And then what?
Well, we're gonna get
Light bulbs and
some lights. Yeah.
some lights.
Let's go test this. Ground right here.
Good job.
That's pretty bright. Turn the light off.
Oh,
It's pretty bright. Turn the light back on. All right. So we get some more lights tomorrow. And wire these things in, and they're good. We need to run a ground on that side. And we need to fix the ground better at the actual trailer right there. And then we're good, dude. We're set.
Yeah.
I got it. You're good. All right.
Alrighty, Roo.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Don't block the camera. Got to record or it don't happen. That way. That's really loose. I think I've got the wrong ball. Alright, I'm gonna back it up just a little bit. It moved because the ball's a different length. What do you mean?
But it comes on when you do the brake.
No, it doesn't.
It's glitching a little bit.
Okay, we try one more time. Cool. Absolutely zero explanation in the video before this, but we're making a license plate frame. We need something to hold our temp tag in place so that we don't get pulled over and arrested for having no plate. So that's all that this is. Just some nice time lapse of building some stuff. We also had to steal the ramps from under the Camaro and air up all of the tires. So that was fun. One of them came off the bead too. It required some extra love, but we got it all fixed. All right, here we are. We're getting ready to go. We've got excellent oil pressure now. We had oil pressure before, but I thought to check the oil, we're about 3 quarts low. So should probably fix that at some point. Tranny fluid's good. We got 45 pounds of air in the back tires, 35 in the front, and 40 in each of the trailer tires. So I believe we're all set. We got ourselves a license plate frame made up over there, little holder. Got our lights hooked up, everything should be working there. And our hitch, we don't have any safety chains. So anyway, time to go.
Say hi.
Say goodbye.
Let me see.
Yeah, 8 minutes.
Is loaded. Now we have to drive back home.
Yay.
All right, here we are. 4 hours of driving later, and this turd has returned to us. So now we get to unload it. Hooray! As I'm unloading, I'll explain what this car is. This is a 2005 Toyota Matrix that I actually gave to one of my friends a while ago.
She no longer needs it, so we bought it back from her, and it's going to a different friend. It needs some work, and we'll do some of that probably later on the channel. There we go. Got it unloaded. Sitting here. Definitely needs some work before new owner takes it, but it's sitting there now. Thank you for watching. It's been a really hectic weekend, so we didn't get a chance to actually record an outro. We did get the trailer weighed. It weighs about 1,200 pounds, which is interesting, I guess. But that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.